Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Athea Plays. I'm Amber and today we are playing with Marvel. We've got a brand new trailer to watch for the Eternals, which is coming out this November. I know absolutely nothing about the Eternals, so to help educate myself, I of course Googled them. So here's what it says on Wikipedia, just a little intro blurb. The Eternals are a fictional race of humanoids. They are described as an offshoot of the evolutionary process that created sentient life on Earth. The original instigators of this process, the alien celestials, intended the Eternals to be the defenders of Earth, which leads to the inevitability of war against their destructive counterparts, the Deviants. They were created by Jack Kirby, made their first appearance in the Eternals #1, July 1976. So that's obviously their background, very brief, shallow background in the comics. What we're going to see in Marvel MCU, no idea. We got like 10 seconds of footage in the Marvel Celebrates the Movies trailer. So I'm really excited to actually see some content and hopefully get a glimpse of what the story is going to be like. So let's go ahead and stop talking about it and let's watch it.
Listener.
Whoa.
We have watched. Unguided. We have helped them progress. And seen them accomplish wonders.
Wow.
Throughout the years, we have never interfered. Until now.
Whoa. Woo! Any more?
Thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
What?
I could lead them.
What? Interesting. That last bit was very interesting. So, okay, first thoughts. Obviously, this movie is spanning centuries, millennia. It's hard to tell. We're clearly seeing present day. They reference Captain America and Iron Man both being dead, so that's very much present day in the MCU. But we obviously also saw the Eternals coming to Earth, I guess, when everyone was very much we were in a primitive stage. So it's going to span a very large period of time. I'm wondering if they're going to spend more time in the present or more time in the past. And obviously, they hint at the fact that they never interfere, which explains why they didn't participate in the events of Infinity War or Endgame. But they also mention that they are interfering now, but they don't tell us why. And I really want to know, what is it? What's the big deal? What has changed? Why have they just been sitting by watching bloodshed and destruction, watching half of the entire universe get wiped out? What has happened now that has made them change their minds? I really want to know. Obviously, that was just a teaser. They're not going to give us too much. one thing I definitely noticed was how beautiful the movie looked. And everything that I've been hearing is about the director, Chloe Zhao, who just won an Oscar, and heard great and kind of funny stories about how she had to convince um, the powers that be that they could use the real world instead of CGI for some of those beautiful shots. And you can see that in the trailer. That's definitely paid off. Um, it looks, I mean, you can't surpass natural beauty. CGI can only take you so far. So it looks absolutely beautiful. The last thing I want to say is I've heard a lot of people talking about the Eternals and just the fact that they're probably the least well known that we're getting into when there's such a large group, but they're not known by the majority of the population. Same thing with Shang-Chi. That's going to be a new character for everybody. I've heard more people are worried about Eternals. I don't know why. Um, hasn't the MCU proven themselves? I've heard two things. One, that people are worried because they are such an unknown that a lot of people don't know them. But I would just throw back at you, like, a lot of people didn't know about Guardians of the Galaxy, and that definitely paid off. So they can definitely bring up your unknown characters. That's not something that I'm worried about. The other thing I've heard people complaining about is that it's too star-studded of a cast. Particularly people keep mentioning why they cast Angelina Jolie. She's too high for them. Um, I don't really know what standards people are going off of. Like, did you forget Anthony Hopkins played Odin? I mean, isn't he a Sir Anthony Hopkins? Like, that's high caliber. And then you also excuse me, have had other people like Kate Blanchett and really high famous celebrity names in these MCU. So I don't know why all of a sudden people are starting to be like, "Oh, don't bring in too famous people." Guys, we've had famous people coming into the MCU over and over and over again. Um, I don't know if we're having some selective memory problems or what the issue is, but regardless, I do not have those concerns. I just go into these with completely open minds. I am thoroughly entertained every single time. Some movies are obviously better than others, but I try not to prejudge as much as possible. And Marvel always does a great job with their trailers, so they make it really easy for you to get excited and hyped for this. So, Eternals coming out November 5th, I believe is what they said, and can't wait for it. I'm sure we're going to get a full trailer here, obviously, between now and then, because this was just the teaser. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel down below so you can check out all of my other content with video games and other Marvel reactions. Catch you next time.